I'm going to do an insight video today. I haven't done one for about a week or so. I've been going through a lot of transformation and transmutation within myself, and I'm using this to talk about sort of like creation and sort of like start looking at sort of how you start to sort of like shift your consciousness, shift your awareness, sort of link or connect or align with like source energy and source vibration and source creation. And it's like the first step to sort of like really starting to become more conscious is knowing there's nothing out there. So in that sense, it sort of like gives you this understanding, this awareness that all things are created from you, through you, and as you. So it's this understanding that nothing out there is happening. That's only a reflection of your own consciousness, your own awareness, your own what you're creating within your own energy field, within your vibration, your frequency, within your source energy. And you start to realize that out there is only a reflection of what's being created within you, within your own consciousness. So it's the starting point of understanding that there's nothing out there. So don't see the external reality, like the physical world, the 3D reality, as true reality. It's only a reflection of what you're creating within your reality, within your own energy. And this is the starting point of true creation and the shift in awareness for many beings as they become more aligned to their own vibration, their frequency, their own source energy, to the infinite realms and dimensions and the infinite self that's available. And each being can access this, and you have this, and you can access this through like self-realization, self-mastery, and you can access this through source energy, and creation, and understanding that the sort of like the now moment is the only moment where there's true creation and true power, vibration and frequency. So the out there is like the 3D reality, which is all the physical world. It's looking at things like money, sort of like you know physical things that happen, events, times, relationships, but all that is all created from you. So all our awareness, all our frequency, all our consciousness comes from you. So everything externally, you don't control. You control what you create within you, within this moment, within the power of that this now moment. And each and every being can do this, and each and every being has this infinite self, this multi-dimensional self that can create and manifest. And this is the sixth dimension that's starting to align with the planet now, with this time, with this age, and what many people call like the like new earth or new vibration or new age or new experience or new reality. And it's all to do with creation and the fact that each and every one of us are creative beings, that there is nothing out there. That's the first step. And that's the first step to move away from like 3D reality, seeing that things are happening to you when actually they're happening for you. And what we mean by that is the universe is always available to you in that eternal moment, the power of now, which is the moment that, like self-realization or self-mastery is the understanding that you are a vibration, you are a frequency, and you can create and manifest anything at will. And you do that within your consciousness, within your awareness. So it's about sort of like taking time to step into your own energy, your own frequency, and spend time there, and know that that everything is coming from you and it's coming through you and as you. And this is the creator vibration. This is the creator and the creation that's working through each and every being at the moment. And it's all down to consciousness. It's all down to awareness, and it's all down to frequency. And again, this is the shift, and you start to then shift into the fourth dimension, which is transformation, where you start to see that you're the center of your own reality, of creation, and that nothing's happening to you; it's happening through you and for you. So every opportunity that comes up, see how what how you can adjust your frequency, your consciousness, your awareness, to shift and change that, so that you can create and manifest a reality that's more in line with what will make you truly happy, will make you joyful, make you aligned in harmony, in peace. And this is this time, and this is what these collectives and guides are working with us. Many different beings and many different realities are working with us for this at this time. It's like an awakening, but it's also like an awareness that the consciousness is everything. Consciousness is creation, and each and every one of us has infinite vibrations and frequency of consciousness that's available to us. This is our infinite self. This is our multi-dimensional self. We're always aligned to source energy. We're always aligned to source vibration and frequency. We're never disconnected. The only thing that disconnects us is our consciousness. So you shift like into the fourth dimension, which is where you start to step and start to live within your own frequency, within you. and you don't see the out there reality. You just see what you're creating and what vibrations and frequencies are available to you. And again, this is connects to like Saint Germain's teaching and the universal law of perpetual transmutation. It tells you that at any moment in this infinite power of now, this moment, this frequency, this consciousness, everything is always available. It always has been. You are everything you want to be. You already are. It's just a case of stepping into that and understanding it, and dissolving the things that don't align with you, the things that aren't aligning with your reality, with your life. Nothing is stuck, and nothing is permanent. You can dissolve it, you can release it, and you can replace it with something that is more of a frequency that aligns with you. And when doing this, you're also stepping into your infinite self, but you're also stepping and connecting with your soul that's bringing this purpose, these higher vibrations, these frequencies, creation. Your soul and your infinite self are two aspects of the multi-dimensional self, of source energy, source vibration. Everything is an aspect of source energy and source creation and source vibration. And the soul and the infinite self work in perfect union. They work together. The infinite self is the connection um, to the multi-dimensional realities and vibrations and frequencies. And the soul is like your seed, your essence of creation, source energy that's within you, or it's not even within you, it's just, it is you, it's yours. It's your source energy, your source vibration. It's how you express reality, and it connects and aligns us to it. So then you move into the fifth dimension, which is where they start talking about heaven on earth, or like where you start to create and manifest at will within reality. You start to see that nothing's happening to you; it's happening through you, and you are a being of source creation that can vibrate in a way that you shift and align your consciousness to create form and matter and reality through energy into this time, this your life, and you can express it right now here. There's nothing you're waiting for. It's already here. And the sixth dimension is the understanding that you are creator and creation, that you're creating your reality. The fifth and sixth dimension are very much connected, and you understand that you are creating it. And all you have to do is remain in the vibration. There is nothing holding you back. There is nothing stopping you. You in this power of now, you have this infinite moment, this infinite frequency that is ever expanding, ever evolving, that is not limited by anything, and it's always there and it's always available. All you have to do is shift your consciousness, shift your awareness in that moment, and you understand then that you can start to create, manifest a new reality, a new direction, a new path, however you want to term it within your life, and it's always there. And all you have to do is be aware of it and be conscious. Consciousness is everything. Consciousness is creation, and it's always available. And we have infinite vibrations and frequency within consciousness. Consciousness never consciousness doesn't have a limit. It has an infinite. And creation's the same. And consciousness and creation work in perfect union, perfect harmony. And this is what the collectives and the guides and the councils and all this wisdom and the angels are all bringing to us all the time. They are telling us that you are this expansive being, this infinite being of consciousness and frequency, and there is nothing limited. The limitation is only in your mind when you start to see that the out there reality is driving your life when it's happening. And then when the out there reality, when you connect to that, you feel like things are happening to you when they're not. They're happening for you and happening through you, and all you have to do is shift your awareness. And that's the big shift. That's the big starting point for many beings, as they start to move from the third dimension to the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, the sixth dimension. I'm constantly going through this within my own reality, in my own life. There's things that happen, within work or within home, that they impact me. But I also then start to see that I have to take responsibility. I have to be accountable for what's going on in my life in that sense. It's like accountable is not the right word, but responsible is definitely the right word. And what I mean by that is, if something's not aligned or not working in my reality, it's because of what I'm creating and what I'm reflecting out there, and the universe is only reflecting what I'm creating. So I know it comes from me, and it's all from me. So there is no problems, there's no issues. The only thing that's happening within reality is what I'm creating, what I'm reflecting. So I have to keep living from that source energy, that source vibration, that center. I mean, the other day I was sitting there and I was meditating, and I was like getting into sort of like my channel, my own energy, and I was looking at my center, and I was trying to live within this source center, which is your heart. I say your heart chakra is your source energy, but it's also, it sort of opens up higher dimensions and consciousness and awareness, where you start to shift then to your like source energy, your source vibration, where you enter things like stillness, bliss. And when you enter that, you feel the true vibration of what's available. And as I was feeling this the other day, I was sitting in my heart, and I felt like this energy was just flowing out, flowing from me, through me, and out of me. And it was like this kind of consciousness that I was aware that everything was just flowing from me and through me and as me. And when I was doing that, it felt a really beautiful experience. I was present, I was aware, I was aligned, and I was at peace. And it's sort of like this is what I feel like the guidance and my infinite self and my soul are always telling me, to live within that moment, that infinite moment, and just create and manifest whatever you want in that time. And we can do it. You can work on a big scale or a little scale. You something happens and it impacts you from the external world. Somebody says something that's hurtful, or something happens within your reality that creates fear or something like that. You can go within that moment, and you can shift it and align it. And this is the universal law of perpetual transmutation, which this is where you transform something through consciousness, and then you create something that's more aligned with you, that makes you feel more at peace or happy, uh, that's not hurting or creating fear. And it's all about consciousness, and energy and consciousness create everything. Your emotions are connected to it, your thoughts are connected to it, everything is connected to it. And this is the shift when you move from the third dimension to the fourth dimension, that you start to realize that you can transform anything, and you can transform it. And it's just about being conscious, it's about being open, it's being aware, it's about being that channel for your source energy and your source consciousness, and then expressing it within the eternal moment, the power of now. And this is what this time and age is about. So that's the insight for today. It's just a quick insight looking at creation and manifestation, and how you are the center of all of that. There's nothing out there. The out there-ness is something we all need to shift away from, because the 3D reality is a very heavy and dense reality, and it's not a reality that actually aligns with us. When we start to move through these higher dimensional realities and consciousness, we start to realize that we're not limited, that we're very powerful. And it's about living in that sort of a powerful eternal moment of now. And this is where it brings like self-realization and self-mastery, and that's what this insight is really about. Have a great day. Please comment, like, subscribe, and have a great day.